Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about Emerald Rank. We're going to talk about the how, the what, how to get there, why you need to get there, and why it's so important in your business, because it's the foundation of where you're going to start laying the foundation for your business to continue. So first of all, just so everybody knows, everybody has, when you sign up, you have two legs. All right, you've got a right and a left leg. So you're going to sign up somebody on your right, and then you're going to sign up somebody on your left. Super simple. Your coach will help you with the placement. They'll help you get somebody signed up. Your job, and you're going to figure this out, but your job is to make the invites happen and to show up and to show them what you're doing and to share what you're doing. That's literally all it takes, is for you to basically, whether it's your mom or your sister or your spouse or your whoever it is, we all know two people who want to get healthy, who want to earn a discount, who might possibly want to earn extra income and make this a business. So first thing is, the reason to get there is because, like I said, it starts your business. It starts laying the foundation, because I'm not even going to go to diamond, but as you keep going, that's your first rank. You're going to get to your first team cycle bonus that way. Team cycle bonus is how you earn income. You get $14 per team cycle bonus. I'm going to try to explain this a little bit, and this is kind of confusing, but it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Okay, so your coach will help you determine whether or not you're on their strong leg or their weak leg, because that's going to determine which leg of yours is strong or weak. Okay, so I'm just going to use myself for an example. I'm on Jamie Simpson's right leg. Whatever leg of your upline coaches you're on is your strong leg. So I'm on Jamie's right, so my right is strong. Linda and Carrie are on my left, so their left leg is strong. Their right leg is weak. Now, what that means is that, because this goes by volume, okay, so what that means is that they have to build, I'm going to help them build their left, because this is what's nice about this business is we're all helping you guys build. Everybody on this call besides Robin, because she's under Carlita, who's on my right leg, which we don't need to talk about that, but everybody else on this call is on my left side, which means that anybody I add to my left, anybody Carrie Folk adds to her left, and Linda, and everybody who adds to that side, we're gaining volume together and we're building this together, which means you have this ready-made leg full of volume, but your job is to create the volume on the other leg, okay? Because nobody's helping you build the volume on the other leg. Volume comes from anybody under you who's buying Shakeology, who's buying Energize, who's buying BOD, who's whatever. So Carrie's selling something to somebody who they bought a challenge pack, and Linda sold a challenge pack, and so on. You guys are all gaining some of that volume, okay? The reason that you have to get to Emerald is because you will not team cycle bonus until you get there. And I know $14 a team cycle bonus doesn't sound like very much, but when you start multiplying that, plus you're getting people started on challenge packs or Energize or whatever, so you're combining a retail commission that you're earning from sharing and getting people started on these supplements and products. You're adding this cycle bonus in there. And as a diamond coach, I get $18 per team cycle bonus. So as you move up in rank, it goes 14 to 16, which is ruby rank, which hardly anybody hits, simply because people usually go from emerald straight to diamond, which doesn't matter at this. We don't need to talk about that. But basically, it's going to become the bulk of your income. You have to get there in order to cycle. So I'm going to try to explain this. This is the hardest thing to explain, and you really don't need to know every detail about this, because as you build the business, you're going to figure this out. This is going to start to make sense as you start adding people. Okay, so it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So it takes 200 points on your on your strong, whatever your strong leg is. And again, your coach is going to help you to figure that out. But honestly, at the beginning, all you need to know is that you need to sign 2 coaches up. One on your left, one on your right, and then we go and we duplicate that same process. But it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So you have to have 200, you'll have 200 on your strong leg and 100 on your left. When you have that amount of volume, that's one cycle. So say I had 1,000 on my strong leg. Okay. And that's, so I could technically say I had 1,000 on my strong leg and only 100 on my weak. Well, I'm only going to cycle one time. So I earned $14 because I don't have enough volume on my weak leg to cycle more. So that's why I'm going to build it, because say I would have had, like, if I would have had 400 on my weak leg, I would have cycled 4 times. And then it would have taken 2, 4, 6, 800 away. Does that make sense? I know it's so confusing. I don't like to spend a lot of time on volume, especially at this stage in the game, because it's really not important. Because you're not going to cycle bonus until you get to Emerald. And so that's why a lot of times people will find one person to sign up. So once you're sending invitations, right? You're sending people, you're posting, I know we've all posted about our health and fitness. We've all shared something about our health and fitness and what we're doing, whether it's on our stories, whether it's with a friend, whether it's someone notices you've lost 10 pounds or you've lost weight and you've shared that with them, right? That was basically an invite. You basically did it. And I explained this on Carrie's call last night for her downline. I explained it like, you shouldn't feel bad if you want to build this business and you're going to take ownership for this business. And let me just tell you, I haven't shared this even publicly, but I'm sharing this again tonight, that I just quit my job to do Beachbody full time. Okay? I'm just saying. So, but nobody hardly knows that because I haven't put it out there yet. But, I mean, my boss knows that. But, and I won't be quit for like another probably up to 8 weeks. But anyhow, so I'm just showing you that that's what you can do. If you want to run this as a business and you want to create, and all of our visions are different. So you kind of got to know, and your coach is going to be figuring out, and they're going to be picking apart your vision with you, because it's okay to dream big and it's okay to have these big goals where, okay, I could leave my full-time job because I've created a full-time income. And yeah, it's taken me 4.5 years, but what else was I going to be doing in 4.5 years besides wanting to get healthy, wanting to make extra money, because we know we all just need some extra money. Like, it's just not something we need to beat around the bush about. And we all know somebody who needs extra money. We all know somebody who needs more confidence, more energy. They want to be their best self and all these things. And so that's a whole nother call as far as why we're here. But your vision could be as simple as that. It could be as simple as spreading what you've already achieved with this as far as your health goes. Because I'm going to tell you that my mental mindset is nowhere near where it was, 2 years ago. And if it wasn't for this, it wouldn't be, I don't even know what it would be like. So that's something that I can share with people, that I need a group of people surrounding me that are amazing. And I need, accountability, and I need a 20-minute program that can change my life really in 20 minutes a day. So you have to be a raving fan of what you're doing, because it's going to change. And if anybody's going to take the opportunity, if anybody will utilize the opportunity that you have, it's going to change their life. But they won't just come to you. Unfortunately, some people will, very rarely. And I don't say rarely, but like the more you show up, the more people will start to come to you. However, I still have to go out and get people and reach them and message them and invite them after almost 5 years in this business, thinking that they've been watching me, right? They would come up to me if they wanted to join me, right? Because I make it loud and clear what I'm doing. But nope, like I message them, and then they're like, yeah, what are you doing? Or whatever. People don't understand what we're doing. They think maybe in sharing your Shakeology or sharing whatever it is that is Beachbody related, to be honest, they really don't care about that, because this is more than a product. This is a lifestyle. This is a sustainable lifestyle that will help people to be their best, right? So I kind of want to break into here's where I kind of want to break into objections. And we're going to talk about invites, because the invites are the basis of our business. So I want you to focus on And again, you need to think about your why. You need to think about why you're doing this and what you want to do with this. And if there's been anybody who ever needed to tell you that you can do this, I'm telling you right now that you can do this. Again, if I can match my full-time income by being consistent and being fearless, because it is, at first, it's going to take getting used to for you to invite people, right? Because it's out of your comfort zone. But if I was sharing about a mascara, and I shared this on Carrie's call last night, I'm like, I like to compare it this way because like even like LuLaRoe, okay, so LuLaRoe was like this big hype like a couple years ago, right? Or a year and a half ago. And you would share about it and you loved these leggings and they were amazing and blah, blah, blah. But you didn't sell them, but you told people about them, right? And you weren't scared to do that. And they're leggings. They're not going to change your life. Like, I'm sorry, but they're not. And neither is mascara. So think of the things that you share with your friends all the time that don't really have an impact on you that much besides the fact that you like it. Okay. So I want you to think about that when you're sharing with somebody, and never feel bad about sharing this with somebody, because at the end of the day, I want to help people no matter what. I want to help people even if they don't buy something from me, even if they just do the 2-week free trial, or even if they buy a sampler shake or sampler pack of Shakeology, or whatever the case is, or even if I can just send them a few menus. Like, I want to help people no matter what. And if that's your motive, if that's your goal, to just reach people in a way that shows them that they can do this, because let's face it, we need people. Sometimes we need people to believe in us before we believe in ourselves. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you guys right now that I believe in every single one of you, and that whatever it is, even if it's the craziest, most ridiculous vision that you've had, in whether you want to, like, I don't know what you want to do. Okay. If you want to retire your husband, or you want to go on vacations every single year and pay cash and buy a new car and pay cash, or whatever it is, big or small. Or maybe you just like want to pay for your groceries or have extra money to blow on fun stuff that, you feel like you're wasting money on, like getting your nails done or getting, pedicure or whatever. Think about those things and write those things down. And then you need personal development. You need a book. You can try to do this without personal development, but you get in your own head, because here's the thing is, you're going to message people and they're not going to respond to you. And then you're going to take offense to it, because this is what I did. And this is what Carrie and Linda and Robin and us all have done, because we get in our own head. But it's only because the timing's not right for that person. It has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. And think about your journey, and think about when you were ready to join. And were you ready right at first? No, you weren't maybe ready right away. And maybe you were, but most people aren't ready on the very first invite. Okay. So a lot of times it takes you showing up consistently, and you checking in with them and following up, and the fortune's in the follow-up, because you can sometimes invite people 10 times before they join you, maybe more, maybe 2, maybe 5. It depends on the person, and it depends on the timing and where they are in their life. So if you're willing to, and that's where personal development comes in, you have to find a book. You can get a list of books from your coach. There are several books. The Compound Effect is really good. That's a good kind of network marketing business book. But if you need something to really pour into belief into yourself, then like Girl Wash Your Face. And I know we've all heard of that, and maybe you guys have read it. Or Girl Stop Apologizing. Or if you need more of a bit, whatever, if you need something specific on what you're struggling with, but you need personal development, or a podcast or something to fill your mind with the fact that amazing things, will happen as long as you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to simply be consistent and treat this like a business. So you need to find some kind of a tracking system, and whether it's pen and paper, and I'm not going to go into tracking system because that can be another topic or another call. You can talk to your coach about that, but you need just a simple pen and paper will work just fine, where you literally write the date. We have tracking systems in our team page, but if you want something super specific, but if you literally just want to write the date at the top of a notebook piece of paper and you write names, and I've told some of you, you need to just start. You need to write 25 names, and then you need to add to that, and you need to make it to 50, and then you need to make it to 75, and then to 100. And you're not going to stop at 100 names, but you're going to use your Facebook friends. You're going to use contacts in your phone. You're going to trigger your memory of people that that you know. and you're going to reach out to them. And, maybe they've already been liking your posts, or maybe they've already been like, what are you doing? And it's a perfect time. And this is simply what I would say. And you can tweak this and you can personalize it, but don't overthink it, because it's simple. You're not going to share your link with them. You're not going to blast your page with Shakeology. You're not going to blast with Beachbody saying, I'm a Beachbody coach. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I love Beachbody and everything it stands for. But people don't relate to that, because that's not what is going to get people to join you, because they think of it sometimes as a negative thing, like whether it's they think we're sitting around eating carrot sticks all the time and not ever eating pizza, or they think that it's an MLM and it's another one of those pyramid schemes, and whatever they think. So it doesn't have to be a secret. It's just that I would share more about you and your workouts and why you overcame your morning workout and why you ended up getting up when you missed your alarm, or whatever the case was. Okay. And as you do this, you're going to get better at it, and your coach is going to help you with posts. But at this point, early on in your business, all you need to do is you need to reach out to people, and you need to say, if they liked your post, here's an example. Hey, how are you? Thank you so much for liking my post. I appreciate the support so much. I was wondering, are you currently doing a fitness program? ? That's one way of doing it. You can briefly ask them after you ask how they're doing. Thank you for liking my post. You can briefly say, I just got involved in a brand new spring fitness accountability group. We're working on our goals for summer. We do everything at home. We hold each other accountable. We share recipes, and we just try to keep each other motivated. It's a bunch of positive women just trying to keep each other motivated. Something like that. Would you be interested? And a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, sure, I would. I'd like more information. And then at that point, you're going to share the information. You're going to share what it's done for you. What I do is I lead with BOD every time. It's here, for 27 cents a day, you can get every single program they've ever created with full calendars, all the structure, all the tools, the meal plan, like nutritional information, everything you need. And it's cardio with weights, without, Pilates, yoga inspired, dance workouts that involve kids. Like, I build this up because it's amazing. The investment, you cannot find anything out there for this kind of investment for all the stuff that they're getting. So if you're a raving fan and you're excited about what you're doing, I'm going to tell you right now, that's all you need to get people involved, because they're just going to hear your excitement. They're going to feel your passion behind it, and they're probably going to want to join you. And sometimes, so people are going to come back and they're going to say, oh, I just love working out at the gym. I can't get motivated unless I'm at the gym, which I totally disagree. I'm kind of like gritting my teeth on that one. Because for me, and then I say, oh, I understand where you're coming from, because a lot of people feel that way. However, here's what I found. So what you can do is you can do the feel, felt, found method. This is a good for an objective, because you're relating with them. You understand how they feel, because in my mind, I used to think that the gym was where you go to work out, right? Because that's the thing that people do. They go to the gym. So you think that that's what you need to do, but there's no structure at the gym. There's nobody at the gym telling me what to do. So what I would say to them is like, I totally understand how you feel. Like, I used to feel that way about the gym too. But what I found is that with this online library, I'm getting everything I need to succeed. It's like having a personal trainer at my house telling me exactly what to do, depending on what workout I'm doing. And it's working different parts of the body each day, however you want to say. Use some of your experiences to like help share. What has it done for you? How have you been able to, like, I can get my workout done by the time I could even think about going to the gym and getting back. Like, I'm done with my workout by the time I would even get in my car pretty much and make it to the gym. So that's me. To me, that's just like a no-brainer. But you've got to figure out what's going to work for them and what they might want. And same thing with the money objection. That's why I always feel like, and I understand some people cannot afford $99 for a year. Even though it's 27 cents a day, it's just too much up front. Most people, I think, can fit that into their budget if they want to. if they can't, then what I say is like, okay, you can do 6 months for $59. But let's go back to, say if they say yes to the $99 package. They think it's great. They love it. You've totally inspired them and they want to join you because they're looking to lose this amount of weight, or they've been struggling and they need accountability. And then another thing, I talk up, and I say talk up, and that's not like, I'm not saying that in a trying to exaggerate, but I talk highly about our group because our group is amazing. I mean, and I'll tell people there's 210 people right now in our group for spring. 210 women just like you, trying to figure it out on the struggle bus. We're all there, and we're all struggling in some way. Let's just face it. And this has changed my life. I'm able to watch these people get up at 4:30 a.m., get their workout done, and not make any excuses. And they've got all the stuff going on. So I'm just honest with people in a very nice way, but in a way that's like, I get what you're saying, but like, if you would change, like if we would just change the mindset a little bit, like, and you pour belief into them. I know you can do this. I would absolutely love to have you in our group. Like, you would crush it. I know you could fit 20 minutes into your day, and I would love to help you figure out how we can fit that in. So there's a few things, but say they say yes to the $99 option. That's when I start talking about the supplements. And I'm like, okay, for $60 more, you can get either Shakeology or the Performance Stack. I explain them both briefly based on what they might want. It's a good time to get the product because you're getting it over half off. Normally it's $130. You're getting it for $60. It's a steal. Like, here's what it's done for me. You won't find, and I just tell them, like, I can assure you, you won't find another shake out there like this. Like, and I'd like to see if you could, because honestly, I can't find another one. So share what you know and try not to overthink it, but literally it's as simple as thinking about people that you know need this. And maybe you can think of people right now that you know would absolutely love our group, or would, have always liked fitness, or have always done at-home workouts, or whatever it is. Or you just know they need this and they need to lose weight, and this is their answer, or this is something that could help them. So with all that being said, and that might be overwhelming to some of you guys if you're just getting started with messages, but I'm telling you that you'll get better with it as you go, and you'll get more confident with it as you go, because you have to have the confidence in what you're doing, right? You've got to, like I said, be a raving fan, be excited about it, and know without a doubt that $160, if we all spent the money, right? We all spent the $160, and we all pay for Shakeology each month, or Energize, or whatever we pay for. It's a good investment. And people like spend money on stuff all the time. So on all kinds of stuff that, is not good for their health, or whatever the case is. So that, I just want you to know that that's the belief behind it, that you can totally get people involved. But again, it's a timing thing, and it's whether or not it's the right time for them. Okay. So I want you guys to focus on, like I said, writing your list out, continuing to build your list, continuing. And you're going to keep track of this, and you're going to follow up with these people. Maybe they're interested. So they're interested, and guess what? You give them the information, you're excited, you share what you know, and then they don't respond to you. And then you're like, well, crap, I lost them. I said something wrong, blah, blah, blah. And you start telling yourself all these things, and you start telling yourself that you can't do this. But in all reality is they opened the message probably at a time where they couldn't respond, or they don't know what to do. Okay. They don't know what to do. They're just not sure, whatever. So what I'll do a lot of times, just to follow up, I'm like, hey girl, did that make sense? ? Simple. Like, basically like, hey, like, I just want to know if this made sense. Like, do I need to explain something further? Did you have any other questions? And a lot of times they're going to be like, no, I just blah, blah, blah. But say they don't, and you need to follow up with them because, and keep track of that, because like I said, the fortune's in the follow-up. So you're going to keep track. And so maybe you're going to try to do, and this is what I would recommend. Okay. If you want to take charge of your business and you really want to make an income, and I'm not saying like a huge income, I'm just saying maybe you want to make a couple $100 a month. You need to try to challenge yourself to 5 invites a day. That's 5 people. Hey, how are you? I just wanted to reach out. I hope this isn't too forward, but I wanted to see if you would have any interest in doing a workout program in our spring accountability group going on right now, ? And a lot of times they're gonna be like, what are you doing? So at least you're getting breadcrumbs out there. A lot of it is just getting exposure and sharing with them, because guess what? They're gonna continue to watch you and they're gonna continue to see your posts, because if you don't give up and you show them that you're proof, like, people didn't take me for serious when I first started this business, I'm sure, because they're like, they see all these things flashing at them, right? All these products, these get skinny quick, whatever fixes. Okay. And they're like, yeah, she's not going to stick with that. And then, which I'm just making this up, of course, maybe they said that, maybe they didn't. But what I'm saying is being like showing up and continuing to show up and proving that this is the lifestyle that's going to be sustainable. And this is the lifestyle that's going to give them a million things that they don't know they need until they do it. And so that's our job, is to just basically share with them what it is that we experience. And it can come from your heart. And if it's coming from your heart and you literally want to help them so bad you can't stand it, that's where, and a lot of times they're just not going to be ready. So move on, embrace the fact that it's just not the time, and then you're going to follow up with them. So I want you guys to try to, hopefully those are some good tips that help you just to kind of break through some of those barriers, because I want you to know that I'm getting them. I'm getting them. Carrie's getting them. We're all getting them. We're getting ignored. We're getting ghosted and whatever. And it's so normal. So just don't feel bad about that or think that it's you. And then your coach, if you're newer, and even if you're not, your coach is going to help you three-way message. Okay. So say you're like, okay, this girl wants to know about the discount, but I don't know what to say. Okay, perfect. No problem. Get her in a message with your coach. So to do a three-way message. And I send voice clips all the time. I love voice clips. I think they're golden. People can hear your passion, and it's just easier for me to explain because I text my life away, and I don't want to text my life away. So I just voice message. You don't have to. I'm just saying that it's a really good thing to do, because you can just make yourself more clear and you can explain better. So 5 invites a day, every single day, means that you're going to have conversations coming in your inbox. Okay. And say you get somebody to say, yes, I want to do this. They want the challenge pack. We talk about it. They're a go. Okay. That's when you bring up the discount, because most people aren't just going to come at you because they want to be a coach, because they're scared of coaching. They think that because they're a coach, they've got to do, and this is theoretically speaking. This doesn't mean that people think this, but I'm pretty sure people think that they're scared to be a coach because they're like, I have to do all these things. Like I don't know, I'm not very good. And I know nothing about fitness and nutrition, and right. Neither did I. My nutrition's like, I could be way better. And you don't have to know anything. You literally have to want to just have a big heart and want to help people and, see them succeed. So that's when you bring up the discount, and that's when I just start talking about the discount, and I like to look at it and I like to present it to them with, okay, so it's the same price either way, but here's what I like to tell them. Do you want to make this a lifelong change, or do you want to just do this for a month and be done? Because if you will commit to making this a lifelong change and getting the discount, from my experience, I'm way more accountable to my goals because I'm a coach. Because I stick with it, I focus on my nutrition, and our community's amazing, and you would absolutely love the team stuff that we have if you ever wanted to learn more about like working, but you totally don't have to. So you kind of talk about that, and most people are going to tell you that they do. Some people are going to say, no, I don't want the discount at the beginning. Okay, that's fine, because some people just want to try it. But some people are going to say, yeah, I do. I want to make this a lifelong change. I really need this in my life. Perfect. So encourage them to sign up that way, because it's so true. Like, it's not just something you're telling them. Like, we know that we're more accountable because we're involved in this. And we know that we're just, more committed to our goals. And it doesn't have to be a scary thing. I always tell them, it doesn't mean that there's like a commitment you can't cancel. It doesn't mean that this is like, there's no strings attached. It's literally, we're just trying to help you long-term. So 5 invites a day means that you're sending 5 out, right? Which means hopefully 3 of those people are responding, let's say. So you have conversations coming in. You should be having about 10 to 15 conversations a day, because like I said, if you think about it, some of the messages you sent yesterday are finally coming in, and then you're sending new ones, and then they're responding. And so, because the minute that you stop messaging, not the minute, but you know what I mean? Like if you take a couple days off and you stop messaging and you stop thinking about your goals and you stop thinking about people joining you, or your Emerald goal or whatever your goal is, it feels stagnant, and it feels like it's harder to pick up where you left off if you're not messaging. This is just what I found, because you're out of touch with your business. So basically I have like 4 minutes left. So I didn't talk a ton about Emerald. I kind of wanted to break it more into, let's get there. Everybody needs to get there. I recommend setting a date like May 15th, May 30th, whatever you want to set the date and run for it and invite. We have sneak peeks going on tomorrow. Several of us are doing a sneak peek tomorrow. If you want to jump on those, we're basically sharing what it is, what coaching is, our story, how it's changed our life, you know, why it might be a really good fit for them. And I recommend that you eventually jump in and do this with us, because that's how people are going to see you as a leader. And that's how people are going to see that you're taking ownership of your business. And it's super fun. Like, it's a little scary at first, but once you get over that, it's just super fun to like share with people and for people to relate with you, because honestly, that's what this is when you post on Facebook. It's just being relatable and being the light in someone's life to see that they can do this too. That's our job. And it's super simple. This business is so simple. It's literally consistency, sharing, consistency, sharing, consistency, and sharing all the time. And again, it's going to be your workload and what you put into this. You're going to get exactly what you put into this. So if you want to put more into it, if you want more out of it, you got to put more into it. Because it's worth it. I'm just saying, it's so worth it. And it's so much fun, and I could go on and on, but, so does anybody have any questions, like, while we have 2 minutes left, in case y'all have anything, or did I forget anything, you guys, that I should share really quick? I would honestly just set a date and I would go after it. And I recommend finding a coach that's not your husband, finding somebody, your friend, somebody who you're like, hey, you know, would you do this with me? Would you want to do this with me? Get them signed up with a challenge pack, because it waives the coach fee. That's the best way for them to sign up. And then in order to get to Emerald quick, you can sign your spouse up. And you don't have to sign him up either, but it's a really good business move. I recommend it, but we can talk about that once you get one person signed up. But think about all the people that you know, and we know so many people that, I don't know, that just would benefit from this. Everybody would benefit from this if they're willing to put the work in to actually do the programs and stuff. And that's a lot of the reason why people, you know, sometimes won't, because they're not committed. And that takes time for people to get committed or to commit to their own health. Okay. So I hope that helped you guys. But like I said, you can do this super simple. It's finding 2 people and running with it. And then you're going to duplicate that same system, and you're going to find 2 more people. So talk to your coach. They're going to be contacting you so that you can set up your date if you haven't picked an Emerald date, and so that they can get a list from you of the people that you have on your list that you're contacting. And then they're going to help you message, because it's a little hard at first. So don't feel intimidated. Just go with it and let them help you with what they would say. I have my coaches send me what they said. If you feel like you're struggling, send me their response and I'll tell you what I would say. And if you want to use it, fine. And if you don't, that's fine too. Okay. We got to jump off here because we're going to get kicked off here because we have less than a minute. So I'll upload the recording. Thank you guys for getting on. Bye. I hope that helped. See ya.